everybody, it's that time of year again. Christmas spirit is in the air, even though it's only November. And today I've got some stories that give a feeling of Christmas like no other. Stories of almost killing other people, other human beings in the course of life. And I have done that a few times, which is a weird thing to say. I've almost killed a few people. And today I'm going to tell some stories about that. And the first one I want to tell a story of is a classic. Who would we want to kill other than our dear siblings? My teammate is a sweat. That's fantastic. And I have almost killed my siblings many times in the past, but mainly one of my brothers. Okay, that's fantastic. The main person who I've almost killed was one of my brothers, and I believe the year was something like let's say 2017. Let's say 2019. So, there we were. We're at my grandparents' pool because I live in Australia and it's boiling hot every single day of the year, and it's fantastic. And we were at the pool having a swim, going for a joyous family swim as a family, for familyness, buddy, what are you doing? Yep, final kill, all mine. All mine. Anyway, me and my brother were playing a game on the edge of the pool where we were trying to throw each other in. And me being the alpha male, the dominant one, I was winning. So, I grabbed my brother and I threw him into the pool. The game was getting heated. There were punches throwing, slaps were slapping, and everything was going down. Eventually, I got so sick of this, I grabbed him and I threw him in the pool, but he didn't fully let go of me, which was a problem, as most of you know. If you're throwing someone in the pool, you don't want them still to be clinging onto you for dear life. But that's what happened, and it resulted in my brother, he flew off, but he still had a hold on me, so his momentum was not as big as it should have been. So he fell down and smashed his face on the brick concrete. And yeah, that was great. How, like, what? So he fell down, smashed his face on the side of the concrete wall thingamabobby. And as you can imagine, he took it very, very well. As a 6-year-old, I think he was. He took it extremely well. No, he started crying, and I had a look, and he smashed his chin open. But it was like an inch away from smashing his face open, so it's probably lucky. Blue, I'm a PvP both of them. Both of them are gonna get PvP'd. Yep, PvP'd. Anyway, so I almost killed my brother with a single throw. His face was bleeding up, his chin was completely gone. I was kind of sitting there like, whoops, that was an accident. You can go. I was kind of sitting there like, whoops, that was an accident. And yeah, he had to go get stitches, he had to go get glued in the face. And I'm very remorseful ever since, and I only throw people when they deserve to now. Isn't that a heartwarming story? The next story is a funny one. I've saved the best till the middle. That's how it works. It's a story of a boy called Dave, and this could technically count as a school stories video if I ever do that. But I'll tell Dave's story now because Dave is a legend. Dave is too good to wait for another video. Basically, the year was grade 6, I think. No, the year was, my mistake, the year was grade 4. And there was a bunch of kids who were, I was in primary school, and there was a bunch of kids who were leaving our primary school, and a bunch of kids who were staying, mainly the boys, because a lot of them were going to a local boys' college that most people went to. Anyway, I realized that part of the story has no meaning at all, so I'm just going to go to the main part. A boy called Dave arrived first time to our school in year 4. And this guy, he was Asian and he was hilarious. He was so unironically funny that he was funny. I don't know if that makes sense, but he just didn't make any sense at all, and it was funny. And he was a new kid, and he was instantly respected for some reason. I'm not trying to be a racist or anything, but it's just not unusual that new kids are respected like that. And so, yep, so Dave found his way in the school pretty well. Okay, my bed's gone. My bed is fully gone. Surely not. Okay, it's not. We're fine. So Dave was respected throughout the school. And a couple months later, what happens? Well, the school swimming carnival happens. And everyone says, Dave, you should swim. And I said to Dave, oh, Dave, the swimming carnival's so fun, Dave. You should have a go. And he was like, yeah, he was super confident. Yeah, I'm gonna have a go in the swimming carnival. Absolutely. He signed up, so we did this thing where we used to go to the teachers and say what races we want to participate in the swimming carnival. And Dave went 50 for everything. 50 freestyle, 50 backstroke, 50, what am I saying? 50 breaststroke. I'll just let you go down there. 50 breaststroke and 50 butterfly, the hardest one of all. Everyone was in awe of what he'd done. So Dave the swimming carnival came, finally. And it started on Dave's first race, the under 12s or whatever it was. Okay, buddy. The under 12s or whatever it was race started, and then one of the teachers had always been like one of the safety people, but he'd never been called into action. His name was Mr. K. He was the best. That could be a whole video on his own. Mr. K was a legend. He was the GOAT. Anyway, Mr. K was like the safety dude. So, first race, Dave lining up. Everyone was expecting great things from him. He had signed up for every single racing event. We were all thinking he was going to be some sort of Asian swimming champion. So bang! The thingy goes. So Dave, you know what he does? He jumps in the pool and sinks to the bottom. He can't swim. Everyone's sitting there shouting. The race has started, but Dave is sinking to the bottom, floundering underwater. Everyone was like, what is going on? Mr. K, the legend I talked about before, he drops his coffee. He's never been called into such health and safety rescue before, but he gets called in today. Okay, I'm gonna kill this kid. I'm not. Yep, too easy. Get out of my game. Mr. K dives in after Dave, who is now flopping around on the bottom of the pool. Everyone's screaming, help! Help Dave! Help the legendary Dave! And Dave is saved by Mr. K. Sorry, just got excited there. And he came out of the water and he had his fist in the air as if he just won the biggest race of his career. He was well and truly, he had secreted himself into school legend. He was the boy who volunteered for every single damn event and couldn't swim to save his life. And it's legendary story. He jumped in and sank. And so that is the story of Dave. Dave is a legend. And Dave, I don't know where you are. I don't know how your life's going, Dave. Somewhere out there, you're alive, hopefully. And thank you, Dave. Thank you for the joy you've brought to our school. There's another story of Dave, but I might save that for another time. Dave's story is over. And that's another time me and a couple of my classmates almost killed a boy. We almost sent Dave to his watery doom. Oh, come on, man. I always do that. I swear to God. I always just hold the stupid compass. The final story is a funny one. And it's one of those moments in life where you question, why was that person doing that? What was the point? What was the purpose of that to happen? If like, God, what was the purpose of that thing happening to me in my life? So basically, I think it was year 5, if I remember correctly. No, actually it was year 4, the year of the Dave. It was the year of the Dave, but this doesn't concern Dave. We were doing an activity where we had to make like a magnetized car. I'm pretty sure a lot of you would have done that before, where you have to make a car that runs on just pushing magnets. And that was happening. It was crazy. It was insane. Everyone was having fun. And the teacher who was doing it, I can't remember her name, I think she was called Mrs. Morgan. And she was helping us build our cars. So we're on a little table outside on like the front deck of the classroom. Because our classroom had a front deck for some reason. I really can't explain that. Oh, that would have been a cool bridge. Oh, TNT. Well, that's one. Good job, teammate. We did that. Mrs. Morgan sitting there helping us construct our cars. And then I said, oh, I was struggling with a particularly picky bit of technology that I had to do for it. I had to like press something in, and I said, Mrs. Morgan, can you help me, please? I need some help with my project, sir. Sir, not sir, ma'am. We didn't call her ma'am, we said Mrs. Morgan or something. And then she said, I slid the magnet. I was holding a magnet or something, and I slid it over the table to her, and she like shouted. She gave a cry of anguish. And she said, no, don't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that because if you push those magnets towards me, I'll die. Now, at the time, I thought, you're just trying to get out of helping me, bro. But it turns out she had a pacemaker in. so she could not have magnets anywhere near her, or she would essentially just combust. And yeah, didn't make. So I almost killed this lady by just pushing a magnet towards her chest because she was sitting there. And it's just like, why, if you have a deadly, if magnets are your kryptonite, why would you be working with students in a task that directly involves magnets? What is the thought process behind that? Because I think students might be a bit of a hindrance in that happening. Watch me. Yeah, so I don't really understand that. Why would she be helping with the magnet activity if she was allergic to magnets as it happens? I don't really understand. But that was the way things turned out. Yeah, so those are my stories of killing people almost. So yeah. If you're wondering when my next video will be, I know it's been a long while since I've uploaded, and it probably will be again because I'm off I go. I recently got accepted into the Odyssey SMP, awesome SMP, hopefully it's awesome. And I'm going to start making content on that, but at the moment it's still offline, so I'm going to have to wait for a bit for some content. Yeah, that's why I'm making this video, because I'm bored of not uploading. And I wanted to tell some stories with you. Let me know in the comments, so if you got any other cool stories of killing people. I mean, I'm sure there's some murderers, some psychopaths among us. Yep, that all have the same goals of just trying to kill people. Yeah, I don't want to end the video without, like, doing some actual bed wars, so let's do it. Let's get bed warsing. What are you doing over here, Mr. Red? Mr. Redlingtano? Talking of killing people, I'm gonna try to kill a couple of others. I'm so stupid. That's just so... Why would you do that? You're so... Some people need to be really assessed for their sanity. That dude just fully looked me in the eye and said, "You fireball me off the face of the earth." Alright. Bam, 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 bam. Get off the map. Thank you. Oh, you're not off the map? That's such a scam. Alright. Eat some of my apples. Apple a day keeps death away, as I always say. Actually, I've never said that before. That's a lie. Ready, watch this. Gamer technique. Yep, too good. Too good. I don't have a pickaxe or anything. Okay. Well, guys, those are my stories. I hope you enjoyed, and if you didn't, that's too bad. Subscribe now before something bad will happen to you. I'm no prophet, but I'm sure something will. Goodbye. Bye-bye. I love you.